worked away down to third man. Actually worked away down to
just to continue building on that. I'm not exaggerating. Just to continue
building
on that stairs, right? Not exaggerating. Just now I walked down the stairs, right? And literally the wind almost pushed me over. And I think I'm a heavy guy, 200 pounds. What is it like to have bowling from this swat lant end? What is it like to have this wind continuously pushing him?
Nickel, I've done my fair share running into this breeze, so I wouldn't have a clue what it feels like coming down this breeze, but from time to time it is a bit of a fight as you go into this gale. But it's all about finding it balance. I often feel when you're running into the breeze, you almost have to slow yourself down to get good balance at the crease at point of delivery. Sometimes into rust, that's when you start missing your lengths.
So how do you make sure you don't do that? I mean, wind at your back, a wind like this, I mean, surely you feel like you're floating into a certain extent. How do you make sure you're not overstriding and rushing too much?
Yeah, I think it's about finding your rhythm. I think we're all different. Each bowler varies. Myself very much different to Dale Steyn. So you want to make sure that you find a tempo in your run-up.
Well, he's found some rhythm and really good tempo with the second last ball, because there's 151 k's per hour.
Yeah, and keeping an eye on that wind as well, because sometimes it's coming from the south, which is almost will help batters hit down the ground. Other times more from the east, helping to hit into a shorter boundary. So make sure you guys at home are keeping an eye on that wind as well as this 11. Conditions will dictate how this team is picked and the way they manage the 15 players.
You're looking for a big shot here, bro. You're gonna go for a big shot. Catch coming, boy.
And we talked about the bowlers for my Cape Town. Look at those bowlers there, just the one seam and the rest are spinners. Fortain continues.
That's a great PJ. It's coming, boy. You know where it is.
You mentioned that Ryan Rickerton is not feeling well, so he's not playing today. Mtaches there, of course, at 151 in that last over. Majib, who's certainly got some mystery about him.
Yeah, that's it. Lovely.
Yes. You look at that bowling lineup, and one thing that comes to mind is shot selection. Where you're going to look to hit those spinners. Of course, you don't want to go too square, because then you bring what they are going to try and operate at LBW bowl into play. But like Nicol has mentioned, the wind does play a massive factor here, so it's all about holding your shape, not trying to overheat it. Just have a look at how Rassie from the distance, almost trying to create just a bit of room.
Guys, when I look at that 11, I have one question. Vern, you were just in the Caribbean when Albert Peter made his debut. The leggy, I thought Paarl would be the place where we see him. He's played international cricket, he's gotten wickets domestically, hasn't found a way into the 11 as yet.
Yeah, I think it's such a tough point you just raised there. It's an excellent shot, fantastic piece of timing. Is it going to go to the boundary? Oh, I think he might have just touched the boundary rope as well as the ball at the same time.
Yeah, it was a chase by Clem.
The wind's taking it, PJ.
Number 3 had to really get after that. Yeah, just hit that wedge. Just having a boundary check actually from up top.
It's coming, boy.
See if he missed it and the ball hit the wedge, or if he got it in time. He's got it in time. He has got it in time. Oh, did it hit that backhand? Maybe it did.
Then also it rolled, I thought it may have just gone past the line there, Hazy. I'd love to know the pulse of that line.
Let's make sure it doesn't hit his backhand at the same time he goes onto the rope. Is that hand in the way? Yeah, that's where he's got a problem, I think. I would think his body's hitting the wedge as the ball hits his hand, so that's his issue. But yeah, he stopped it from going over that line. When that line's there, I think we all know that these days, when the line's there, even if the wedge has moved, if there is a line, then that's the boundary.
Coming, BJ, not to worry, boy.
So 4 it is. 4 balls, end of the 3rd over. 6 runs from it at the moment. to try and get these two nice and steady. It was nice and blustery as you tried to bowl that.
Yeah, I think just back to your point, Nickel. When you start picking these squads and you have to fit players in, especially when you have the star-studded lineup in terms of spinners, it's so difficult to find that spot for Ngaba Peter. You're never going to leave Bjorn Fortuin out because this is his venue. This is where he's at. Mujib, he's been excellent.
Keep going, BJ. Keep going, BJ.
And we haven't seen the best of him yet, Mujib. He's just struggling a little bit with his line from time to time. Some of these batsmen certainly haven't been picking him, the way he flicks it out of the front.
Easy, easy, BJ, easy.
It's a pretty tidy over for my Cape Town. 8 from that, 19 for none.
Yeah, and of course, David Miller will be looking to extract as much swing as possible. So Kwena Mapaka could potentially bowl another one. They have option. Mujib could come into the attack at some stage. Two contrasting performances. They started brilliantly, the Royals, against the Sunrisers Eastern Cape, but then a big collapse with bat in hand after what looked to be a solid power play chasing 173. Now for the rematch.
.172 for 7 at the moment. We're going to have a bit of a chat shortly to Mitch van Buren, who's out there in the field right now. Backing away, and he's clubbed that one. Really good shot. Just the one bounce, and it's gone for 4.
Yeah, he does this so well, Rassie van der Dussen. Almost giving the bowler a sight at the stumps. A little semi to the leg side. He tried to follow him, picked, and it got dispatched. Turned it into a low full toss. He's got a beautiful flow of the blade once he gets going, Rassie van der Dussen.
And it's a strong area for Van der Dussen. They had long on in the last over, Fortuin's over.
Oh, that's off the face, and it's down to 3rd. And that's gone for 6. My goodness, he was shaping to ramp that leg side. Changed his mind because the angle, 6 runs. Outstanding.
Now, I tell you guys, we've seen some innovatory shots. This is just ridiculous. The ability to get that ball in that zone. Yes, he used the pace of Mapaka. And once he was going to get a bit of willow on it, it was always going to go the distance. Wow, I tell you what, that is some shot.
I tell you also the secret there, because he was thinking it was going to go leg side, because right at the last minute, Van der Dussen, he just turned his face away just in case it did go leg side, but no, it was straight off the face and went for 6 over 3rd. They're away with 10, first 2 balls. That one's across. Nicely bowled by Mapaka.
Yeah, excellent response, but the length was key here. I don't think we've seen enough of this from Mapaka. This was that no full, no short length. It was an in-between, and you can see Rassie van der Dussen caught on the crease. That's where you want, that zone that you want to be operating at.
The deep third is in place now, and this is the problem when you bowl back-to-back overs. Guys tend to size you up. So does he have a response, Mapaka?
Now there's a big shout from DK. He likes that a lot. It has been given not out, but DK, I think, is going to insist this goes upstairs. There definitely was a noise, and they have gone upstairs.
TV umpire to director. We have a player review for a caught behind. On-field decision was not out. I've seen the feet, and it's a fair delivery. Let's start with front on first, please. Right, let's go back again. Show that to me again, please. Okay, play it through now. Flat line. Flat line. Keep going, keep going. Keep going, please. Right, thank you. I'm satisfied there is no bat involved. Tom, I'm going to ask you to stay with your on-field decision of not out. Please stand by. You may
Right.
signal now.
So no heartbeat. Not out. Rassie van der Dussen. Bowling with some good speed. Is Mapaka.
Rassie, one short.
There's confirmation on the big screen. Not out, but it's an excellent option from Mapaka.
Good decision. Nicely worked. Looking to come back for the second. They're good runners between the wickets. Mike Cape Town, they're very busy, as are the Paarl Rolls too, by the way.
Yeah, just back to that bounce. I really enjoyed that option from young Quet. Bit of pace about yourself. You want to be pushing batters back, especially in this format. You don't want batters just to line you up and lunge. This was an excellent option. You can see how he rushed Rassie van der Dussen. Tell you what, you'll have second thoughts of just lunging onto that front dog after facing that delivery.
Oh, you bowlers, you're all the same. You're all the same, Vern. You don't change.
Batter's game, Hazy, batter's game. 31 for none after 4.
12 off it.
That's over.
And why I enjoy that battle even more is 2 Lions teammates. Mapaka would have played a lot of cricket with Rassie van der Dussen earlier the year in the T20 Challenge, then recently for South Africa. So we'll have that extra chip on his shoulder to try to dismiss him. But he's done his job. They'll take 2 overs for 16 in the power play. And although they have no wickets, they've done well to control the scoring rate.
Match number 9, Paarl Royals at number 4 at the moment. That's why it's such an important game for them. However, it's very tight on that table now. Mike Cape Town on the top. Joburg Super Kings, number 2 after their victory last night in Super Giants.